Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. Alright, got a little right for you guys I want to share. Alright, so hemp-based nonprofit multi-purpose exchange center. As this facility will have a multitude of purposes to offer people, it also serves multiple purposes. In that, as well as being a place for people to get all the things they need to survive and thrive at nonprofit prices and in good harmony with nature, it will also serve as an example and growing point for humanity in learning the lessons of putting love of money and material things before love of one's fellow human beings, animals, the planet, and God, whom created it all, if that's your belief. Excuse me. Another vital purpose in this hemp-based multi-purpose nonprofit exchange center is that it will give us the seed we need to birth a whole new infrastructure for humanity and the world. An infrastructure that is in good harmony with all life, meaning that we utilize all the good and clean technologies we are aware of and have access to and put them to good use where the use is needed. Now, the more dire the situation, the more of a need to take care and share some love into that situation. Now, starving kids slash people slash animals in places like Africa are at the top of the list in terms of direness, in my opinion. However, here in America, we do have a very serious threat to our own survival and thus ability to help others. And so we need to first get our own good infrastructure going. And then once we have shown to be able to maintain and hopefully expand this new good infrastructure, we would then have the skills and potentially the resources to go over to places like Africa and other third world countries and help them help themselves, as we have done. So again, with this hemp-based nonprofit multi-purpose exchange center, it will serve multiple purposes, and so it's all tied together. But right now, we humans are in a spiritual battle, and love, aka God, is our greatest and really only weapon. And the Word of God from Jesus, or Yahushua, tells us what to do. Live in harmony with all life. Don't worship money. Expose evil. Don't perpetuate hate. Help the needy. Don't be greedy. The list goes on, but it's a simple message to just spread and share the love as well as one can. Excuse me. Now, we are all at different levels of being able to love, but one thing we all share is our ability to grow and learn how to have a better connection with love, aka God. Excuse me. And this movement will offer people a place where they can live and work in good alignment with things that perpetuate love of life, aka God energy. And thus through this good work not only will we be growing our own organic foods and making our own clothes and clean technologies and medicines, but because of all this work is in good harmony with everything, our souls will receive a plethora of good love or God energy, and thus making us more like the Creator, whom in my opinion is the Almighty. All right, let's continue on. As we become more like the Almighty, we will gain more almighty or supernatural powers and capabilities. And it is through or with these powers and capabilities that we will actually be able to fight back if need be. And I say if need be because it is in my opinion that after a large amount of humanity has left these cities and detached from this beast way of living, the beast and its minions will be hungry, as we are their food, and without easy, constant access to our energies and our beings, they will be starving, and thus be put into a desperate state, and desperate creatures do desperate things. And so it is wise to expect that a hungry lion, and no offense to lions, or a beast, or any type of beast, will attack and devour whatever food source is available, even if that food source comes at a serious risk. So our ability to fight back supernaturally and our inherited spiritual protection from the Most High is, in my opinion, the best bet we have in being victorious. It is extremely important to remember, that if one or many are not living in alignment or even attempting to live in alignment with the Most High, then that means they have a poor connection to the Most High, and thus their protection will not be of a good degree, meaning that they will more than likely be subject to this NWO slavery or die fighting a losing battle, as one or even many would be attempting to fight a spiritual battle without the proper spiritual knowledge and thus power. With this almighty connection and supernatural abilities, we could develop teams and plan operations to help rescue human trafficking victims and disrupt/eradicate these underground nefarious networks that perpetuate pedophilia and all other manners of wicked sickness, aka evil. In doing this, we will be going after their food supply, and so this is why it is imperative we have our own infrastructure set up and running first, because there will be a reverberation to this action. And if I were the beast, if I was the opponent, I would strike back as well as I could. And so we should expect things like our food, water, energy, medicine, etc., all to be made potentially unavailable or made to be extremely challenging to gain access to, as they feed off of conflict. And once humanity gets to a low enough energetic standpoint, we will be allowing more evil or low vibrational energy in, and so that could mean the beginning of their feast and complete overthrow of humanity. Remember, the NWO's agenda is all about creating the chaos, and they come in as the saviors. But they can only create so much chaos that we're the ones creating the chaos. They just pull the fucking strings. So again, if we were to attack them and like go after their fucking underground shits, that's going to be a huge blow to them. So they're going to have there's going to be reverberation. There's consequences to everything, cause and effect. So they're going to have to do something to us. I can't see them just sitting back and letting us fucking disrupt these underground fucking networks and them not do anything about it. So I'm just expecting the worst. You know, it's be foolish not to, in my opinion. Not to mention, we already know that we're having a shortage coming, and it's already fucking here. Inflation's already here. So it's just, in so many different ways, it's just, you know, to me, it seems like what needs to be done. So anywho, let me just continue on. All right, so not only is it in the right thing to do, but it is, in my opinion, like I just said, our best strategy in ensuring a good future for humanity, as well as being the counter to all of the problems plaguing the planet, animals, and humans. But again, it's first, you know, we have to take care of things locally, and then we can act globally. But as far as anybody who's in the military or people who know people in the military, like, this is the time to get out of the military, man. Like, we could use people with military skills here in the States helping train civilians so that we can defend ourselves if need be, but also put those military skills and that work ethic, because they know how to work together. Like, that's one of the problems with humanity right now, is we're all so separated and isolated and, you know, locked into social media and our 9-to-5 jobs, that we don't know how to work together all that well. We need to just get a little bit better at it. But people in the military, it's a teamwork. You got to be able to work with your team. There's a squad, there's a command, there's a way of doing things. It's very efficient for a reason. I mean, that's why they have these things, because it's very efficient. So people from the military can help us become more like team oriented, bring back that camaraderie, and also, you know, if need be, defend ourselves and teach us how to fight and all this type of shit too. So yeah, all right, anyways, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. All right, bye. And then the next section, I'm going to get into the actual specifics of, like, you know, the restaurant, the pizza, the salads, the food, medicines, the rehabilitation center, the water, clothing, all that stuff. So, all right, I love you guys. You have a good day. Bye.